So, let's kick off on Gallifrey. And we'll start off with the Gallifreyan Guard. Okay? Now, these are quite iconic sort of figures from Doctor Who's history and haven't made much of an appearance in modern Doctor Who, bar a couple of stories. So it seemed a little bit odd that they have opted to go with the modern Gallifreyan Guard. But there we go. That's what Warlord chose to kick off with. That's what we've got. They are similar to the classic Gallifreyan Guard, but they kind of lack the capes and that sort of semi-superhero look, kind of 1950s Flash Gordon sort of thing going on with the originals. Popping it open. If it'll come out. It's being irksome. Okay, so there we go. Box out. And what we get straight away is a nice little bit of background guff on the Gallifreyan Guard. And a fairly decent picture there to work with as a painting reference, I suppose, as well. I have to say the packaging is very nice. We have a little bit there on the Time Lords on the back too, and another little bit of art relating to that as well. But this I do like. This little case, and it's kind of got the Gallifreyan Time Lord symbol on it, but it does seem to double up quite well, potentially as transportation for the miniatures as well. So we get a set of cards that relate to the game, and in this mixture of cards, because I'm not quite sure just what's here, very good, I've got to say straight off, very good card stock for these as well. They are fairly solid feeling cards. But we have the captain of the Gallifreyan Guard. We've got a veteran guardsman. We've got a standard guardsman, and Gallifreyan Guardsman reinforcement card as well. On the back, the stats relating to those characters. So, the cards that come then as well as the troops are Precision Fire, Heavy Fusion Blaster, TARDIS Assault. This is Gallifrey, Our Childhood, Our Home, and Headcams. So these adventure cards give you gadgets and equipment for your little peeps as well. But it's this little box that we're quite taken with in terms of being able to store the pieces for potential transportation. So we have our 5 figures. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And, you know, they are true to the artwork that is on the back of the box. And I suppose they're not bad figures. They've got good detail to them, and I think, yeah, they're all in proportion to each other. We've got a guy charging forward who would appear to be a little shorter, but that's kind of because he's got a bit of a lean in the figure. I'm sure if we warmed it up and straightened it, not that you need to. They do say Gallifreyan Guard down here on the bottom, a little bit, it's a bit odd. It's like almost old GW style, seeing the name of what they are on the bottom, but sort of statuesque. I would say that the thinking man has decided, rather than simply having these as gaming pieces, some people are going to want to collect these and paint them and display them, in which case, there's their name at the bottom. Fair enough, one might suppose. But yeah, if you like the modern Gallifreyan Guard, I don't think you can complain too much about these, really. They look like the modern Gallifreyan Guard, as one would expect. If you like the old Gallifreyan Guard, you might be slightly disappointed. On a personal note, I'm kind of indifferent to the new ones. I could live with them, I could live without them. If I had them, yeah, I'd happily paint them up. They're still Gallifreyan Guard. I'm not going to get too upset, and there's always the chance they will bring out the original Gallifreyan Guard in due course as well, and that would be very nice. Okay, done a big box, let's do a small box. And since we've done the Gallifreyan Guard, let's look at the Time Lords themselves. In this box, we are getting 3 Time Lords. What it says from my point of view is box contains 3 miniatures, President Rassilon, Time Lord General, and a Time Lord. Now, of course, again, if you're old school, this whole business of Rassilon appearing at all in Doctor Who is a bit annoying. He's always been an aloof figure from the deep, deep mythos of Doctor Who. Of course, in modern times, he has been the head of Gallifrey and kind of bumming about the place and generally being an annoyance. However, the savvy amongst us will realise that these can just as easily be Time Lords, and that we don't have to think about who they are particularly. They can be whatever Time Lords you want them to be. Again, we've got our set of cards and adventure cards, and it's odd that they've chosen Timothy there as the depiction this time, because the miniature is not him as far as I'm aware. But we have the Gauntlet of Rassilon, we've got Regeneration Energy, and we have got Temporal Loop Initiators. Okay, I don't even know what they are, because obviously we've only really played the base game. These are obviously more cool things that you can do with your Time Lords. And then there are the stat cards for the 3 included. So we have Rassilon, we have Time Lord General, works in well with the Time Lord Gallifreyan Guard, and we have Standard Time Lord. Fair enough. Again, nice cards, nice enough quality. And again, we've got this little clamshell style of box. Pops open. And we have our 1, 2, 3 Time Lord figures. And again, these all appear to be much of a muchness. The Time Lord General looks shorter, but then of course it's because of this backdrape headpiece for the Time Lords themselves. But I think you'll agree they are nice enough miniatures. There's not an awful lot to work with on a Time Lord. Cloaks and big headpieces and things like that there. But it is kind of nice. There seems to be a bit of texture into the fabric of the Time Lord's garments. And does look... Yeah, there's the inscriptions on their insignia, and indeed on the back of Rassilon's headpiece there as well. So, yeah, they seem nice enough. Got little lumps of flash on these ones, so can't just pop them up because they don't want to stand on their own. Well, they're kind of standing now. And yeah, indeed, from this angle as well, I'm looking at them, and they all seem to be much of a muchness in terms of height and stature, so that's nice too. The Time Lords, I've got to say, I do like them. Like a bit of Time Lord action, and quite happily would have a crack at those. So, big box, small box, let's do another big box, and let's look at I Am the Master. Now, this is a set, I've got to say, I was quite excited to get a look at, because by and large I have liked all the variants that they have done for the Master. Obviously the classic Masters have a bit more personal appeal to me, but I've no issue with the modern ones thus far either. Again, on the back we get to see the painted variants of them, the reminder that they're unpainted, and a little bit of blurb about the Master himself. Now, you will see, of course, that here are 3 original series Masters and 2 modern Master incarnations. And once again, we've got a little wrap around here telling us a bit about the Master. Very nice. And on the back, about each of the incarnations. Now, you'll notice there, of course, that really they're only showing us 1 at this stage, because they kind of count him as the 2 actors as the 1 version of the Master, I believe, is their intent there. Still would have been nice for him to have his photograph included. So, popping this one open, and again, now familiar, this clamshell design, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 with Missy. Now, oh, yeah, okay. I thought this was the case from the picture, and I thought maybe the picture was just kind of the picture, but it does appear to be a good head taller than everyone else. It appears to be longer than all the other models as well. I don't know if that's a thing, but definitely significantly a bigger man. Much bigger. That's kind of weird looking. Okay. Moving aside from the fact that he is a man giant, David Sims guy there, not the most exciting version of his depiction of the Master, I have to say. It's kind of the really I am nuts one. Fair enough. From the Deadly Assassin, of course. Didn't get much screen time, but if you want to play other stories, and he's got a little blaster there too for a bit of shenanigans. Our original Master and his replacement, and then Missy, of course, as well. All looking very nice indeed, bar this weird size discrepancy. Take a look at their cards. What do they give us for the Master this time? So we have the Master, then of course we've got the Master, and in case we weren't sure, we've got the Master, and then of course we've got the Master, and then we've got Missy, who's not actually being called the Master, she's just being called Missy. Okay, but they're all there. And for Tricks and Shenanigans, there's only 2 cards this time for Tricks and Shenanigans, and Tempest Fugit and You Will Obey Me as the 2 special abilities there. The Master or Missy only. So yeah, the little size discrepancy thing irks me somewhat, I have to say. But other than that, they look fine. Suppose you could live with that. Don't know if you're only ever going to be tabling one of those at a time if you get one version of them. It'd be odd to see multiples of them on the go, I guess. Who knows? I don't know. Do you know? Let's take a look at another small one then. Sea Devils. Iconic original monster bad guy. Ended up wearing chainmail kind of outfits because the BBC sort of thought naked sea monsters not really their sort of thing. And there we go. And we have 3 different poses for them too, which is nice. Not expecting a huge lot out of this box. They're Sea Devils, you know, they're just monsters. Again, we've got our cards, we've got our little clamshell box. If I can get into the clamshell box. I can get into the clamshell box. Okay, cool. So these are quite tall. I always thought sea monsters were a bit short. Kind of pitched them as a slightly, I don't know, diminutive for some reason. Not like dwarves or something, but just short. I don't know. They seem quite tall. But anyway, okay, they're tall. They're amphibian. Maybe they grow tall because, you know, water and stuff. Anyway, I've got to say, I like those. I love the fact that the detailing of their tunics is right there too. All the folds and creases and that kind of chainmail effect is there. The little hand ray gun things too. Belt device. Yeah, I've got to say, those are nice. Like those. Yeah. Doesn't tell us something weird or wonderful about them, does it? 3 Sea Devil miniatures. That's it. I think I'd like more. I think I'd like more Sea Devils. I think you should have quite a few Sea Devils. But 3 could pose some problems. What kind of cards did we get for the Sea Devils? Sea Devil Reinforcements. Yeah, we don't have any of those yet. So, Sea Devil Reinforcements. Sonic Summoning. So there's the Master calling them up from the deep. Terror from the Deep. And then we've got Sea Devil Ancient, and Sea Devil Overlord. So we've got 3 types of Sea Devil, so you probably are going to want a few more Sea Devil miniatures to make up base numbers for you there. Though they are all fairly much of a muchness in terms of what they can do, bar the Sea Devil Overlord has a few extra tricks up his sleeve. But yeah, Sea Devils, they're kind of cool. Nice classic monster, looks exactly like they should, or did in the TV show. So Sea Devils winner. Yeah, happy with that. Now, Fourth Doctor. This should be a box of gold. It should be a box of gold. We have the Doctor, and then we have the Fourth Doctor, sorry, Harry Sullivan, Romana 1, Romana 2, and Leela. The ultimate dream team. And K9's there at the foot of the Doctor. It'd be nice if K9 had been a separate miniature. No? Oh well, it's not. So let's pop out the Fourth Doctor and see what we've got here. So there he is with that beautiful, engaging smile, yet that hint of something darkly alien going on as well, obviously. And there's the little bios on the team on the back as well. But in terms of assistants, I think they are the best ones out there. We'll take a look at the cards in a second or two. We'll pop open the minis. Bit of flash falling away there. So we have, of course, our Doctor. We've got Leela. We've got Harry. We've got Romana and Romana. There we go. Okay, straight away I am seeing this. Is this my eye or is this not? Well, no, he's about the same height as Leela. I thought he looked kind of tall there again. Harry looks very small beside him. Like, very small. He's a full head shorter. Leela seems quite close. Romana seems kind of close as well. But he can't help but feel that the Doctor looks oddly elongated. K9 looking well. K9, the scarf flipped around him. Doctor hat in hand. Doctor's head looks tiny. Does the Doctor's head look tiny? I know he's got big hair, but his hair does somebody doesn't look big enough. He's got a big body and a small head. Big body and a small head. Kind of odd. Okay. I'm not sure that I'm sold on that. Harry Sullivan looks fantastic. Leela looks absolutely fantastic. And that is just spot. I cannot get over how much they look like the characters. Romana in her full kind of garb there. I think that's from the Key to Time story. Yeah, because there's the tracker rod for finding the keys to time. Planet Reboss Operation. I think that's actually the outfit she was wearing in the Reboss Operation. Yes. Doctor, reservations. Rest of the team. I've got to say I really like the rest of the team. I have a nice Fourth Doctor miniature, so I'm not going to be too upset at that. In isolation, it's probably alright, but there's something weird with that head. Adventure cards. Don't think we're expecting anything kind of weird, wacky and wonderful. Obviously, we've got the Doctor here. And we have Leela. We've got Romana 1. Got Romana 2. Harry Sullivan, great character. Great character. We've got the Sonic Screwdriver. Would you like a jelly baby? Class. There is no point being grown up if you can't be childish sometimes. It's funny, I was just watching an episode of Star Trek The Next Generation earlier on, and that's pretty much something that Guinan said as well. I wonder is Guinan a Time Lord? We've got K9 card, Rock, Paper, Scissors, Ambush, and Medical Training. Feels like a lot of cards that time round. But then you've got a full team in there, and they're all people, they're all kind of cool. We can do stuff, Doctor! Harry Sullivan especially, and Leela. Not scared to get stuck in. So, down to the last two boxes. Any preference? Shall we look at the emoji bots, or should we look at the fires of Pompeii? Let's take a look at... You know what? I've got a feeling the emoji bots are going to be disappointing. So, let's look at them now and get them out of the road, okay? I think these are stupid, personally. And I think as a contrivance for the game, I didn't enjoy the episode they were in. So, I'm at a bit of a loss as to know why they exist. There they are. They can like stun you and kill you and stuff like that there, I guess, because they still weren't very happy robots. Emoji bots. Let's take a look at the cards. Maybe that'll build us up. What the heck's going on here? Using emoji bots in scenarios, part 1 and 2. Well, part 1. Well, there's part 1. Using emoji bots in stories, part 1 and 2. You can read that if you want. I'm really not very killing with kindness rules for emoji bots. That's a couple of pages of rules for them as well. So we've got emoji bot. Yeah, one stat card for the emoji bot. He turned it off and on again. Of course he did. And these robots, they built this place. Something went wrong, but they were designed to make you happy. Rather long-winded title for a card. So, bearing in mind, we're not expecting rocket science here. And we're not going to get it. 2-part models. We've got a leg and a body. And a leg and a body. I kind of go something like that. Turn one of them on their back if I can. And so they do have their emoji face very faintly visible there. I think you're going to be freehanding that anyway if you bother. And they've kind of got their workings. I just don't like them. Even the design of them, and this is no reflection on the sculptor. Fair play, you sculpted what they are. They look like they do in the show. They just sucked in the show. So yeah, there we go. Emoji bots. Wow. Bear in mind that this is the same price as the other 3 miniature sets, and you know, like to get a full Time Lord and a General and stuff like that, these somehow seem, and it's not even that you're getting oodles of cards, you're getting rules for using them, but it's not like you're getting inundated with extra components or something here to make up for it. You're getting an awful lot less metal for your buck. They would need to perform some sort of miracle in game. You know what? Maybe they do. You tell us if they do. Right down below. Comment. Emoji bots. Andy, you're missing the best trick in Doctor Who Exterminate. Seriously. Here's what they do. Tell us. Sell us on emoji bots if these are a thing that we are going to overlook, because I'm about to overlook them. Because that's the last time, unless you can tell me differently, that's the last time they're going to be out of their box. Yeah, emoji bots. Not impressed. Especially when I can spend the same money and get a box of something cool looking and familiar and in my head more use, like 3 more Sea Devils. Emoji bots. Bad. So, Fires of Pompeii, good episode. Do we need miniatures from it? I don't know. Again, collector issues, fandom, all that sort of thing. Ooh, he's big. But yeah, I suppose it was an iconic episode. So, got our cards, and we've got our box again. We've kind of stopped getting excited about the box now because it's expected. If they take these boxes away, we'll be disappointed. But I do stand over. I think these are going to be kind of nice for oh, he is big. Ooh. Now this immediately brings home what I was just saying about the emoji bots. Bear in mind, this set and the emoji bots are the same money. Okay. Pardon me a second. So, if you're going to spend X amount of quid, you can get this set, which is awesome. Well, a really big monster and like essentially 2 witches, or 3 dinky, chubby little robots. Your call. Fans are fans. But I like that. That dude is awesome. That's going to be a nightmare for me to paint if I was going to paint it. I think these ones are actually size. But yeah, I like those. Check with the hands over the eyes. They had the eyes painted in their hands. We've got like the Oracle lady woman that was kind of weird looking, and of course big fire demon. Happy with those, I've got to say. I think those are spot on. Do the cards and Weird and Wonderful this time? I know we're not really taking time to look at these cards and talk tactics or anything like that. As I say, we've played the base game. We kind of walked away from it a little bit, kind of shrugging the shoulders, going, why did this exist? It's got a flamethrower. That's bound to be cool. We've got a water pistol and a flamethrower. There's an amusement factor there that I immediately approve of. What's this? Heat to water based terrain. So we've got the Paravel, that's the big dude. We've got the Sibylline Sister, and we've got the High Priestess. Yeah. Okay, so there's an amusement factor in this box. It has amused me, and therefore is further ingratiated into my liking of this as well. So look, there we go. This was literally to be, have a look, see what you think, see what we think. Just to rattle through, like this is okay. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the guard's design, but I can't fault the box itself. Sucks. Don't get the point of it in the show. Don't get the point of it now. So there we go. Awesome. Sea Devils look exactly like they should and do exactly what they say on the tin. Time Lords. Regardless of who it says is in the box, they're cool looking Time Lords. The Doctor and his companions, other than the fact that the Doctor's head appears to be bizarrely small and he possibly is slightly elongated, it's a great set and we like all the companions that are included in that. That box made me happy. Deep down inside, I'm not showing it, but it's there. And last but not least, of course, is the Masters box. Even if you don't like the modern incarnations and you want to throw two of them away, that seems like a nice little box to have in terms of who is involved inside it otherwise. So, yeah, overall, that stash is a winner. I don't know how well that translates to the game. I don't know if these are the most awesome things to have in the game. I will probably now, as a result of this, insist that we go back and revisit the base game and see what does some of this selection offer us that we've maybe missed out on previous games. Anyway, thanks for watching. Check out the links, which should probably have popped up on the screen by about now anyway, telling you to go and look at the related videos and content that we've already done this. Give us a like, give us a share, give us a follow. It's like hugging us, but you don't have to touch us. And it's not bath day, so it wouldn't be recommended anyway. Thanks for watching, and check you out next time. Bye for now.